Taking a look at number 16, we have to convert this to factored form. So if we look at our options, method 1 is GCF, method 2 is difference of squares, and method 3 is trinomials. But again, you always should check for GCF first. So is there a number that divides 2 and 162? In fact, there is. We can divide both of those by 2. However, they don't share any x's because 162 does not have any variables. So factoring out of 2, so we are using GCF as our first option. So 2 times what is 2x to the 4th, x to the 4th. Bring down your minus sign, and 2 times what is 162, that would be 81. Then from there we do have to check what's inside the parentheses. First, to see if there's a GCF still. 1 and 81, there's no number that divides them, so GCF is completely finished here. And then second, if we could still factor this further. Well, if it has 2 terms on the inside with a minus sign, the only option to check would be method number 2. So the question is, are both of these numbers squares? Is something times itself x to the 4th? And the answer is yes, because x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. And is something times itself 81? And again, yes, because 9 times 9 is 81. So from here we have to open up double parentheses, alternate the signs. X to the 4th, since it's in the first spot, that goes in the first spots of each parenthesis, so it's x squared times x squared. And then what times itself is 81? 9 and 9. And the 2 that we had out in front just goes in the very front of the double parentheses. Then yet again, we do have to check our parentheses. This first one has 2 terms because it did change, and it does have a plus sign. So I know if it has a plus sign and 2 terms, it cannot be method number 2. If I look at my second parenthesis, again I see 2 terms, and this time it has a minus sign. So if I was looking at my possible options, I would check method 2 again. So is something times itself x squared? Yes, x times x. And what times itself is 9? That would be 3 times 3. So I do have to open up double parentheses, alternate the signs. X squared is x times x, and 9 splits is 3 and 3. And then the x squared plus 9, we're just writing that as part of the product of the factors, and the 2 goes in the very front. So my final converted factored form is a product of these 4 factors.